Looking for the best way to start saving for retirement can be confusing with all the different account types out there. Almost everyone knows about a 401k account, and many of you have heard of a Roth IRA, an individual retirement account that you can open up for yourself. But how about a Roth 401k? It's not a big surprise if you haven't heard of a Roth 401k. Roth IRAs have been around much longer, since 1997, while Roth 401ks had their first beginnings in 2001 only. But according to global advisory firm Willis Towers Watson, the number of companies offering Roth 401ks has gone from 54% in 2014 to about 70% currently. So if you don't know if your employer offers a Roth 401k, it's definitely worth asking your human resources department. And if your employer does offer a Roth 401k, it might make sense to look into this underused retirement vehicle as part of your overall retirement savings strategy. So, let's talk about the pros and cons of a Roth 401k versus a Roth IRA, which one you would generally choose first, and when you might decide to have both if you're a ninja saver. For loyal subscribers and viewers, welcome back. We love you guys. And for those of you new to Diamond NestEgg, welcome to the #1 place to learn about money, insurance, and retirement. I'm Jennifer, first-generation American, and I've spent most of my life in finance. Started working at banks like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs at the age of 17, and graduated top of my class from NYU and Harvard Business School on scholarship. And now I work with companies like Bloomberg, WeWork, and Walker Edison, teaching their employees all about money. So, there are two key things that a Roth IRA and a Roth 401k have in common. First, both are funded with after-tax dollars, and the money that's in there grows tax-free. Basically, you pay taxes now, but once you get to retirement, you can withdraw your money completely tax-free. Second, both are well-suited for those early in their career. Essentially, those who expect that their income and consequently the tax rate will rise as their earnings grow over time. Now, let's talk about the 4 reasons you would typically go first for a Roth 401k that's offered by your employer over a Roth IRA that you open yourself. Reason 1, and the most important reason in our mind, the Roth 401k has no income limit, unlike the Roth IRA, meaning that the Roth 401k is particularly suitable for people with high incomes. So, if you're single with a modified adjusted gross income, or MAGI, of $140,000 or more, or if you're married filing jointly with a combined MAGI of $208,000 or more, too much to qualify for a Roth IRA basically, and your company offers a Roth 401k, then you might seriously want to jump on this opportunity sooner rather than later to take full advantage of the tax-free growth on your retirement savings, especially if you think your tax rate will go up in the future. Reason 2, the Roth 401k has a significantly higher contribution limit than the Roth IRA. In 2021, you can contribute an annual maximum of $19,500 with an additional $6,500 catch-up contribution if you turn 50 or older by the end of the year. Compare this to the 2021 contribution limit for a Roth IRA, which is only $6,000 with an additional catch-up of $1,000 if you're 50 or older. Reason 3 for choosing a Roth 401k over a Roth IRA first. You might get matching contributions from your company. It's fairly common these days for employers to match your retirement contributions because they get tax incentives for doing so. Keep this in mind though. You're funding your Roth 401k with after-tax dollars, this bucket on the left. You've already paid taxes on this money, so you don't have to pay taxes when you withdraw your money from there in retirement. The matching contribution that your employer makes, though, is with pre-tax dollars, meaning no taxes have been taken out yet. Because of this reason, your employer's matching contribution will be placed into a regular, what is known as a traditional 401k, this bucket on the right. What this also means is that the matching contribution from your employer and any associated earnings that's in this traditional 401k bucket, you will have to pay taxes on later, once you start taking distributions, once you start withdrawing your money from this account in retirement. Guys, if you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to give that thumbs up and subscribe diamond a gentle tap. This helps us figure out what videos to keep making in the future so that you can make the most of your financial journey with us. So, advantage 4 of a Roth 401k. You can take a loan from it. Typically, you can borrow up to 50% of your account balance or $50,000, whichever is less, and relatively quickly, with lower interest rates than you would get from a bank or other lender. There are 2 things to be careful of with 401k loans. First, if you don't pay your loan back per the terms of the agreement, the full unpaid loan balance would be considered a taxable distribution. And you'd also have to pay an additional 10% federal tax penalty for early withdrawal if you're under 59 and a half. Second, if you quit or are fired from your job, you have to pay your 401k loan back pretty quickly, sometimes immediately. And again, if you don't, you'll have to pay taxes and a 10% early withdrawal penalty if you're under 59 and a half, as we mentioned before. Nonetheless, being able to quickly borrow from your Roth IRA at an attractive interest rate is a nice option to have. Think March 2020. Rather than selling their investments in a massive market downturn during the pandemic, a lot of folks took out 401k loans to cover their immediate cash needs. As you can see, a Roth 401k trumps a Roth IRA for many reasons. It has no income limits, which makes it ideal for high earners. It also has higher contribution limits, allows for employer matching, and you can borrow some money out of it. Now, there are a few drawbacks to a Roth 401k. I don't think they're make or break, but you should know about them nonetheless. First, you have to start taking required minimum distributions once you reach age 72. This means you have to start taking money out of it, even if you don't need the money. Required minimum distributions are also known as RMDs. If you don't take your RMDs, you'll be fined by the IRS. The one exception to this, if your Roth 401k plan allows it, is if you're still working for the company that's sponsoring your plan when you turn 72 and you don't own 5% or more of that company. In this case, you wouldn't be required to take your RMDs. Having said all this, there's an easy way to get around the Roth 401k RMDs. If you're really lucky enough to not need the money in your Roth 401k when you turn 72, you simply roll your Roth 401k beforehand into a Roth IRA, and voila, no need to take RMDs. With a Roth IRA, you're not required to take RMDs. You can just leave the money in your Roth IRA and let it keep growing, and eventually even pass it on to your spouse or dependents. Generally speaking, a Roth IRA will pass tax-free to the beneficiaries designated on your account. Now, the second drawback of a Roth 401k is this. If you take withdrawals from your Roth 401k before 59 and a half, you'll have to pay taxes and a 10% early withdrawal penalty. Compare this to a Roth IRA where you can always withdraw your contributions tax-free and penalty-free. Also, keep in mind that even if you are 59 and a half or older, you still have to follow the 5-year rule for your withdrawal to be tax-free. The 5-year rule basically states that tax-free withdrawals are only allowed after age 59 and a half, and only if the first contribution to your account was made at least 5 years ago. Many folks think that they can start withdrawing tax-free from their Roth 401k after 59 and a half, as with a traditional 401k, but the 5-year rule supersedes the age requirement. If you open your account in the tax year you turn 58, you still have to wait until you turn 63 to take a tax-free withdrawal. We'll be doing another video soon on Roth 401k withdrawal rules, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to learn more. In case you're interested though, take a look at this video here for the withdrawal rules for Roth IRAs. All right, so the third drawback of a Roth 401k over a Roth IRA. It's that your investment options are limited with a Roth 401k. You can basically only choose from a handful of mutual funds, index funds, and ETFs that have been selected by the plan administrator that your employer has chosen. Typically, the expense ratios are not on the low side. And this video over here, it goes through the difference between mutual funds, index funds, and ETFs. Despite all this, in our opinion, the advantages of a Roth 401k, no income limits, high contribution limits, employer matching, and borrowing flexibility. All these advantages outweigh the disadvantages for most people. And listen, if you do qualify for a Roth IRA, if your income is below the Roth IRA income limits, there's nothing that says you can't invest in both your company's Roth 401k as well as your own Roth IRA. You can have both and save even more for retirement. As our trademark saying goes though, everyone's financial journey is different. There is no one-size-fits-all cookie-cutter solution. Shoot us an email at jennifer@diamondnestegg.com if you need further help with your finances and retirement strategy. If you want to find a solution that's custom tailored to you. Guys, we hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up and the subscribe button. We'll be back next week with another money-saving, wealth-building video just for you.